6-3, finding percents. There are no vocab words here, but super important note right here is percent over 100 equals part over whole. This is the formula that we're going to be using to find percents. And the cool thing about this is we've already taken care of the of 100 part of this. So unlike when you guys have a test, you're trying to figure out what you got. So you got 37 out of 40. You would divide 37 divided by 40, and then you'd have to multiply by 100 to move the decimal 2 places to the right. We do not have to do that using this formula because the of 100 is already taken care of. What we are going to be doing a lot of in this section is dividing, or I'm sorry, is cross multiplying. So you guys are really comfortable with cross multiplying, and it's going to come in handy right now. Number 1 says, what percent of 144 is 64? So they're saying that 64 is the part, 144 is the whole. We don't know the percent. That 100 is always going to be there. That will not change. We're going to cross multiply. Divide by our coefficient. And we get that x is about 44 400ths percent. The next example, we have some brothers and sisters that are building a tree house in their backyard. Mary did 1/4 of the work. So Mary did 1/4 of the work. Joshua did 28/100ths of the work. And Caroline did 37% of the work. I'm sorry, 30% of the work. And then we know that Laura did the rest. You want to know what percentage did Laura do? So to figure that out, we need to change all of these to the same. I'm going to change them all to decimal. And then if we just add up what we have, we can see that Laura did 17% of the work. Okay. Next up, we have Emma and her vegetable garden. So it shows us a lovely pie chart of Emma's garden. And it says that we're supposed to figure out what percent of the garden will have green beans. So we know carrots are 1/4, 25/100ths, 25%. Radishes are 12 5/100ths. Bell peppers are 15%, and broccoli is 3/8. So again, I'm going to change these all to decimals. Oops. If I add these up, that'll tell me what is left. So we know then that 10% of the garden is left for green beans. Next, we have a finding the percent of a number. So it says in problem 4, this one is always fun. It's talking about the odor of a skunk's spray and how far it goes, which is nasty. So the spray can travel 8,000 feet downwind. The skunk spray only travels 75 thousandths of a percentage of that distance, how far does the skunk spray travel? So it's saying that you can smell it a lot further than it actually goes. So if it goes 8,000 feet, and we're saying 75 hundredths of a percent, or 75 thousandths of a percent, that's going to give us X. So to do this, we would move our decimal, and actually, if that's a percent, this has to go the other way. So we're going to say 8,000 times this. So essentially you have those 3 zeros. Whew. It only goes 6 feet. So the actual spray from a skunk only goes 6 feet, where the smell goes 8,000 feet. Big difference. Last question here. Mount Churchill in Alaska is about 15,638 feet high. The height of Mount McKinley is approximately 130% of the height of Mount Churchill. To the nearest foot, find the height of Mount McKinley. So we can, as with pretty much every single math problem ever, there are more ways to do these problems than just one. So for example, this one you may have done the percent over whole equals part over 100. Same thing here, you can set it up that way, or you can set it up this kind of a way. I'm going to do the part over whole equals percent over 100 here. So we know it's 130%, and then Mount Churchill is the whole, which is 15,638 feet. And whoops, this is always 100. There we go. So now we have 100x multiply this out. Oh, now I'm dividing by 100. So I would get feet, I think this is. Oh, and I'm supposed to go to the nearest foot, so this 4 would tell the 9 to just stay the same. So our final answer here would be 20,329 feet. That's it for this lesson. Again, percentages, there are multiple ways that you can solve these. You guys can feel free to do whatever way feels comfortable for you. Remember that if you are doing this kind of a problem, you need to move that decimal from your percentage. It needs to go to the left 2 places to form a decimal and then multiply. If you're doing this where you have percent over 100 equals part over whole, you don't have to worry about moving your decimal at all, which is always handy. What I want you guys to do in this section, another short, sweet assignment here with page 294, I want you to do 10, 12, and 14. And that'll be that. That's a wrap for the year. So finish that up, submit it, and then we'll review. And I will see you all in our next Zoom. Take care.